It is 6:04 in the morning. I'm sitting in the Chicago airport. I don't know if I've ever been at an airport this early. It's insane. There were 0 people at security. Literally went like bag check, walked right up, checked my bags right away, walked right through security. I was like, okay. So funny watching people like look lost. If it isn't obvious, I haven't slept in a bit, so bear with me. So a little about me real quick. I'm Luke. I'm a freshman and I go to Purdue University. I'm currently at the airport because I'm going home for spring break and Corona break. So the way this Corona situation is impacting Purdue is basically we have our classes suspended like indefinitely, and then we're going to be given like further updates on the situation on March 30th, I think, and then they'll give us a better idea of like if we're going to have classes on campus again or if we're just going to continue the rest of the year online. Like right now I'm a little bit concerned, as most other students are, about this transition, especially of how sudden it is from on-campus classes to just suddenly transitioning to online, because there's obviously a ton of differences, and I think it's important to acknowledge those differences and act accordingly. A lot of my teachers haven't sent out plans for what the rest of the semester is going to look like, so even they don't really know, which is, you know, furthers the concern. And since there is all of this uncertainty, I think it's important to establish what there is to control in this situation. And I think the one major thing that we can control as students is our effort in making online classes work, because it's really the only option, right? I wanted to make this video to like think through and like talk through my plan for what I'm doing, because I think it'll make this transition less difficult. But honestly, I'm kind of just articulating my thoughts as I'm talking, so, and yeah, like I said, I'm really tired, so bear with me. So I guess to start, one thing that I plan on doing, and that I have been doing in college, is creating a regimented schedule for each day. So the night before, I'll plan like what I'm gonna do hour by hour on each day, like the following day. Alright, I just moved locations because a bunch of people started sitting around me and I felt awkward talking to a camera. But yeah, like I was saying, creating a schedule where you have a time allotted to doing a certain task, whether it's classes or homework, just planning out when you're going to do different things to ensure that everything you need to do gets done, obviously. But it's not just the things that need to get done, it's also like scheduling in times to relax and just to spend time with friends and family. I think that's super important, because when you schedule time to relax, it helps you focus even more in the times when you want to work. Another thing I plan on doing is not doing any schoolwork at home, like my house. For me, at least in high school, my house was definitely a place where I could do work, because that's just, I associated my kitchen table with doing work. But now that I'm in college, I associate my house itself with relaxing with family and friends. And I feel like that environment is not conducive with doing schoolwork. So my plan is I'll probably go to either a library or a Starbucks, pretty much anywhere that has a table that I could just sit at and it not be my house, because I will be so tempted to just like lounge and be lazy and not get a whole lot done. And it's just like being at my house puts me in the wrong mindset for doing work. And the third thing that I'm planning on doing is trying to see this as an opportunity to focus more on my goals. So at college, we have set schedules of where we need to be like our course schedule tells us where we need to be, what times, everything like that. But for me, and I'm sure a ton of other students, you get to choose when you watch the online lectures and when to do homework, and all of the study things are completely on us. And now that essentially all of the scheduling is in our hands, there will inevitably be more free time. There's a lot of time in college, like travel time, whether it's biking or walking, or just like waiting before a class, like the weird transition times that you don't have to deal with anymore, or for some period of time. There's also like a ton of free time in college anyway. With this extra time now that you have, I think it's important to see friends, see family. I feel like I've said that a lot in this video, but it's true. But you can also use that extra time and utilize it to your advantage to do things that maybe you didn't have time for in college, or things that you wish you spent your time doing in college. Just taking this time to put more emphasis on those things. For me personally, I really, my two main hobbies are fitness and music. Going to the gym, well, the gym that I usually go to at home is closed for 2 weeks. That sucks. And then music, I'm learning guitar. I've played piano for years, and trying to get better at singing, and just like all these different things within those two categories. And I have other goals, but just like you have a lot more time. There's a lot more time at my disposal to focus on those things and do my best to improve. I think that's a cool opportunity. So yeah, I guess that's kind of my plan for doing online college for an indefinite amount of time because of coronavirus. Schedules each day, not doing any schoolwork at my house, or like minimal schoolwork, maybe a little bit. And then seeing this in a positive light by looking at it as an opportunity to focus on my other non-academically focused goals. Again, I kind of just made this video to hear myself say the words that I said and acknowledge that I have a plan to execute on. Yeah. I feel like it's easy to look at this situation and realize that it needs a solution, but then just kind of not caring and not doing anything about it. So I'm trying to avoid that. If you're a college or high school student, let me know how you plan on making this transition, because I genuinely want to hear what other students are thinking with this whole situation, what kind of ideas you guys have. So yeah, drop a comment if you so desire. I feel like seeing what other students are doing, reading about it, contributing, it's important for us students to get through this kind of thing together, I think. So, but anyway guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for watching.